Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Jacqueline Sevra.
You're listening to the Brad and Taylor Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to pursue their passions. We're sitting down with some of the best to learn how they got started and some lessons they learned along the way.
Hey Jacqueline, how are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
We're good.
We're doing good. Well, let's get this show started. Tell us a little bit about you. What do you do?
I am 26. I'm a realtor. I'm a mom. I'm a fiance. You know, just out here living life.
I like it. So how'd you get into real estate?
I met my fiance and it was during COVID. So the job I was working at was like closed down. And he was like, you know what? You would be a really good realtor. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't think I could sell like a heater to an Eskimo. So, but then he signed me up for classes and I did it. I did the fast track course, which was super stressful with my kids. And I got my license. I passed my exam for the first time. And I realized, like, doing real estate, that it's not really about selling as much as it is like being a matchmaker for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that took like a lot of stress off, and turns out I'm actually pretty good at it. So he was right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like it.
Did you join a team right away? Or did you just go solo?
I just did it solo.
Okay.
I started with my brokerage, Serenity Realty, and they asked me about mentorship and things like that and joining a team. And I don't know. I was thinking about it. I thought it'd be a good idea. I don't think it's a bad idea, but me and Cody talked about it and I just winged it on my own.
You're like, I'm going for it.
Yeah,
that's how you got to do it sometimes.
With me is just like learning as I go, and I have plenty of resources to ask questions, and I'm a pretty smart cookie. So.
There you go. I like it. So how'd you get that first transaction? How'd that go?
That was a wild transaction. It was like not really stressful, but there was some stress put on because these people, I got them, I think through Realtor or Zillow.
Okay.
And they had just sold their house and they were like on a time limit, like a crunch to get into a house. And at the time I was like, oh my God, this is like crazy. My whole life is dedicated to this deal right here because they need to get into a place.
Yeah.
So and it was all the way out in Willard, Ohio. It's like super east. So we, looked at some houses and they were like a couple that did remodels and stuff. So they weren't like really caring if it was something they would have to fix up and remodel.
That makes it a little easier. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a land bank house. It had been on the market for like years, I think like 3 years or something. It was a long time. And we got them down. We talked them down a little bit and got them in there. So
nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I was like, wow, that was like last December. That was a month into me getting my license. So that was really cool.
Oh, wow. That was right away then. That's pretty good.
It was like super fast. I got licensed last November 9th.
Okay.
And that deal closed on the 31st. So.
That's awesome. How did the next couple transactions go for you? Were they a little smoother or how did they line up right away? It just kind of flowed?
Yeah, the next one was super easy. Okay. I met this girl and she wanted to see a house. And I showed her the house. We put an offer in on the house and it got accepted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
during this market
like,
too.
Wow,
yeah.
This is great. I was like, every transaction is so different though.
Oh,
and I just really like, this is cool. Like, this is really cool. So everything after that's been pretty easy. I've had a couple of deals like that where I show somebody like one house and they put an offer in and then we get it. Some others are a little bit more difficult. I show them houses for an extended amount of time and, they put in offers, they don't get accepted, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a very competitive market right now. So, but I always get people in. I mean, those people I'm thinking of, they got in and I'm just working on somebody right now. I'm like, okay, this is stressful, but it'll be okay. I think
it's worth it in the end though.
Yes, exactly.
That's awesome. So over the last year, what is the worst property you've been to? You've shown a bunch, I'm sure. So which one sticks out the most?
Showing.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's like there's not just one property that comes in. Well, actually, there is one property that comes in because I'm thinking of all the like creepy, like
Yeah.
older houses with like the partial basements that you can hardly even walk into because they're
Oh,
just
those
so
crawl
low.
spaces. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we
it's
want to
all
know all
wet
of
and
those.
dark. Oh, so all those kind of like come into like one house in my mind. But there was this one really creepy one in Fostoria I went to, and you walked in and you just felt like the vibes, and you're just like, what is in here? And I was alone, and I was like,
Of
oh my
course.
God.
Yep.
It was for out-of-state buyers, and I'm like, I cannot go into that basement by myself. Like, it's just not happening. Not in these heels. So yeah, that I just got out. It was just no.
Yeah.
Just got out.
Did they end up getting that one?
No.
No.
There was some work that needed to be done,
Mhm.
definitely. And it was one of those old houses that have like the carport like attached to the house. It was very narrow, and I'm like, oh, they should just take that out, you know? Yeah, just take it out.
That's funny.
Yep.
Did you get any advice when you first started that has just stuck with you?
Um, I got so much advice, but I think the number one thing that sticks in my mind is just always stay in touch with
Oh, yeah.
people.
Mhm.
Even if, they're not interested right now, just always reach out, say something, happy Hanukkah, whatever it is,
Yeah.
like say something, and they'll always keep you in the back of their mind. And that's kind of crazy because it's true. I actually just got a text this morning from a lead who I talked to last December, and he called me this morning, and I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, who is this? Because I had his number saved under
Right.
his name, and like I totally like I forgot about him because the name like didn't sound familiar. It was from like last year. We hadn't talked since like last year. So I didn't really keep in touch with him, but he remembered me, and I kept his phone number, and I shot him a text. I was like, hey, what's up? Like, I seen you called, and he was asking me questions, and I'm like, yeah, like, thank you for reaching out. I hope you and your family are doing well. Like, that's really cool that you remembered me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So must have made an impression somehow.
Must be.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of social media marketing right now?
No, not really.
Okay.
I am like not a social media kind of person,
Okay.
which is like totally probably not beneficial for me being in real estate. I love real estate, but I hate being on my phone.
Mhm.
It's super like draining to me. So every time I do get a deal though, I do make it a point to like post it. Or if my brokerage puts up that I was like the top producer for that month, I'll post it and like let people know like, hey, I'm out here doing the thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, and when I get listings and stuff, of course, I'll like market it. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I get on Facebook for the memes.
Yeah.
For the memes, it's
There's some
purely
pretty funny ones.
entertainment,
Yeah.
purely just talking to people I know and just being myself. I'm not like that type of personality, I guess.
Yeah. What's your preferred way to reach out to people right now? I know a lot of people
Um,
typically contact through like social media messenger or anything like that. What's your preferred
yeah,
way right now?
I definitely like texting.
Okay.
Definitely like texting, but if I have to, I'll shoot you a call. A lot of the times I'm with my kids, and it's
Mhm.
always like a hot mess. Like they're not here right now, and that's for this, you know what I mean? Or else my son would be running back here trying to do handstands and like screaming at me and probably punching me or something. So it's really difficult to be on the phone.
Yeah.
So I feel like texting is always just so much easier for anybody. They can always look at it whenever they have time or get
Yeah.
back to me.
Awesome. What are your goals for the rest of this year and going into the next year?
Oh, so I'm pregnant. I'm about to pop this baby out December 12th.
Okay.
So that's like the forefront of my brain right now. But other than that, just try and finish out the year strong.
Mhm.
I know this time of year it gets kind of slower for real estate, but I've got a few things going on, and I'm just like, if I can just close these,
Yeah.
and I had a mailer go out, and we were gonna do it was like a set of three. So like they send one and then they hit them again and then hit them again. And I was like, I don't want to do that because I don't want to get super busy by the time I have this baby.
Yeah.
So it'd just be
Yeah, it'd be
too
tough to line
much.
up the timing like that if
Yeah,
people are calling. I'm sure they're calling constantly, so that would be
yeah. Yeah,
difficult to
and
line
just
up the
this week
timing.
I was like sick. I don't ever get sick. I had like this stupid cold and my sinuses were just, and it still kind of is. I still kind of sound like crap. But I'm like doing so much better. But I had a few Zillow calls and I'm just like, ignore, you know what I mean? I'm not about to meet anybody with like my nose running and
Yeah.
looking crazy. That'd be crazy. So yeah, it's like, oh my God.
Do you have any business books that you've read that you could recommend to anybody starting out?
You know what? I just ordered some on Amazon.
Okay.
So
Which ones did you
yes,
order?
about like negotiating, because I'm like, I'm a good negotiator, but I'm like, I have some work to do. You know what I mean? I think it's just being new in the business and being like how I am, like I'm very like passive kind of, but like if my client really wants something, like I'll really, get it and try to do it, but it's like something I have to get over. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I need a book about negotiating. I need to get some cojones and just say how it is. It's cutthroat out here. There's so many people out here that are just like, I don't know, cutthroat. So I got to
Yeah.
be cutthroat,
What book did you order? Do you remember the title of it?
I literally think it's just called real estate negotiating.
Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I know, right? I'm like, currently my cart is just like full of baby stuff. But this book is on its way.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
You'll have to let us know
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah, yes. And then like I got this book, Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, yeah.
That was like
yeah.
recommended to me by a friend. Loopholes of real estate. Yeah, negotiating real estate. That's what it is.
Awesome.
Hey, that works. I like it.
I know. I like to read, so
That's perfect.
I just, when I'm pregnant, I can't take my Adderall, so I'm like, oh. Like this
Hard to
ADD is out of
focus.
this world.
That's funny.
So I'm gonna get back to it. Maybe when this baby's born, when he's sleeping, I'll just read and be nice.
I like it. That's awesome. So how can people get a hold of you?
On my phone, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever works.
Sweet. I like it. Well, perfect. Well, thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Are these working?
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. I think they're working. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. What do we got to point at? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like
It might be there.
might be right there too.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Find it. It's red.
Yeah. And it's blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Yeah. I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them if they can hear us. We should probably tell them to also give us a 5-star review if they're listening on Apple. That'd be cool.
5 stars,
review.
guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take
But-
4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
No, I don't think this is working.
This is not working.
Yeah.